Some people of Hornby Island are wondering how they'll cope without ferry service when it ends temporarily on Sunday. Major upgrades are being done at 2 loading ramps, meaning people will only be able to use a water taxi over the next couple of weeks. Dean Stoltz reports.
The BC Ferry Terminal at Gravelly Bay, Denman Island, and the one on Hornby Island have both been construction sites for weeks now, but the ferry itself has continued to run. That's about to change, though, and the stormy seas of today will only get rougher for Hornby residents who will be without ferry service for half a month, starting on Sunday.
It's not like I've never been stuck here for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month without leaving, but not being able to leave makes you feel a bit like, maybe I should just go and not come back for a little while. You sort of take it for granted that you can get off.
BC Ferries is working on a major upgrade to the ramps at both terminals, so between Sunday and November 7th, 16 days, Hornby Island residents will have to use a water taxi. No vehicles allowed. Some people say it won't be an inconvenience, but for others, like Judith Lawrence, she's leaving the island altogether so she doesn't have to deal with it.
Because the whole thing is a little bit unclear as far as we're concerned. I mean, they say that there won't be any ferries for 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, and that you can do water taxis and barges and so on, but the trouble is the weather at this time of year is very unpredictable, so none of that may in fact work out.
There will be a barge bringing goods to the island 3 times a week, but businesses like the local pub and the only grocery store, the Co-op, are still stocking up on items.
We did a lot of pre-planning in terms of stocking up on our non-perishables. So the idea is that the 2 and 3 days a week that we do get our truck with the barge will only be transporting non-perishables.
The RCMP and BC Hydro will both have vehicles parked on the island to deal with emergencies, but then there's the problem of health care. BC Air ambulances can fly out the most seriously ill or injured, but that doesn't take care of everyone.
Somebody who needs to go in for an x-ray or for a consultation with a specialist, if I think someone might have a broken arm, I'm not going to call out the ambulance or the water taxi or the helicopter for that.
We have notified residents of both Hornby and Denman. We notified them half a year ago that this work was being planned. We actually worked with the local ferry advisory committee on the best time to schedule it, and so people have known that this has been coming for quite some time. Regrettably, we have to shut down to do this major dock work, and so people are aware, and some people have decided to elect to put their vehicles on Denman Island.
The last ferry leaves Hornby Island Saturday evening.